Hi guys. This is a bit of an emergency broadcast. I'm going to try to probably upload this tonight. One of my viewers, by the name of Mama Tanswan, had posted a comment saying, the AAP conference is coming up. It's the 16th and 17th of September in Chicago, I believe. But don't quote me on the exact date. But she said, it's coming up. Oh boy, we'd love to have you out there. And let me tell you, it really does. It means a lot to me to be included in this big movement we call intactivism. It really means a lot to feel like you're part of the community. I hadn't planned on coming. I really just don't have the means to be out there. But I certainly offer you all the ideological and moral support I can. And I will certainly be commenting on the material that comes out, the video and audio that comes out of the protest. But I did have some things to offer, and this is some good, important stuff. This is going to be a very important this is your opportunity to confront these people. And regardless of what you end up doing, and we can talk a bit more about that, but regardless of what you end up doing, we want to capture as much of it as possible, because any bit of it could prove incriminating. So what I recommend that you all do, keep the cameras rolling all the time on the doctors outside the convention center. See if you can chase down some of the higher-ranking people, the Douglas Deakamas, the Andrew Friedmans, the Susan Blank. I've heard Susan Blank is very camera shy. She doesn't come out to the events when she's called upon to defend circumcision. She ends up sending one of her lackeys. This was, I guess, during a debate where Steven Svoboda was present. Anyway, you'll have the opportunity to confront these people, to confront other people. Guaranteed, lots of them have performed circumcisions. It's a confrontation. It's a dialectical moment. Get as much of it as you can on camera. I recommend. There are dirt cheap body cameras available. One of our intactivists has taken to wearing these quite routinely, almost as a matter of safety. He has been physically attacked. This is a guy by the name of Mo Love. His channel is called Mo Love. I think he operates in the Austin, Texas area. He wears a body cam. And these body cams are, some of the cheaper ones you can get for like $10 on eBay or Amazon. They're like 720p. They're probably, I will grant you, they're probably not the best quality. But you should really, in addition to all your smartphones and everything, you should have a body camera, and maybe try to conceal it. Maybe make it discreet somehow. I don't know exactly how you might do that. They're usually black and they strap on, so I don't know. If you're wearing all white suits for the bloodstained men, maybe paint the thing white, or just wear a black shirt. Or there's other kinds where the camera is just a tiny thing on the lapel. Now, really, I'm quite interested in what they have to say. I'm quite interested in the audio, so make sure that you're getting good audio from your recordings. And I would actually recommend, I'm sure you all have smartphones. There are smartphone apps. There are audio recording smartphone apps. And these apps, they don't consume hardly any of the battery power because they're not running the camera chip. They're not reading that. And they don't consume a lot of storage space because they're not storing 30 frames, 30 pictures per second of the video. So you can have, we're getting at the point where maybe you have two different little devices. You might have your new smartphone that you're going to be up and recording video with, but you might have an old one, and I would recommend clear the memory off both of them. If it's a 2-day conference, have computers where you can dump the memory, so you have fresh memory. If you have like Androids, where some of them you can crack open and put little micro SD cards in, have them to reload. But there's these audio recording apps that have really good audio quality, very high gain. It'll be able to pick up a lot of audio. Now, of course, you don't get the video with that. You're not able to look at people, what's going on. But the audio is important. These doctors have said things. I mean, you give them enough time to talk, these doctors hang themselves. Case in point was, I believe, another debate where Steven Svoboda was present, where a Dr. Saad, any relation to Marquis de Sade? A Dr. Saad was present, and he was laughing on camera, saying, "Oh yeah, yes," and circumcision. He was defending circumcision, or he was tasked with defending it. He was defending it. He said, "Oh, and it may make men last longer in bed." I mean, this is essentially an admission that circumcision causes damage to the sexual response and to the neurology of the penis, of the peripheral nervous system, and cuts off sensory input to the central nervous system. This is a damning admission. It's only on audio, but thank God we have that. So have those audio apps running. Take names. If you see doctors out there screaming, putting up a big fight, record their name. It will be of interest to a future sympathetic government to punish these people. Many of them wear name tags. Get a good picture. Get them on video. Or look at their name and make a note of it. Another thought is there are going to be doctors that are friendly to your cause. We've seen this in the past. There's one particular one with sort of a Spanish accent and a sort of a shaved head. I don't have his name at the moment, but he's on, I believe, Brother K or the Bonobo 3D channel, talking and giving his opinions, and he supports us. There's other doctors that support us. It's a matter of numbers and statistics. There must be doctors that support us. If you know of any prior to getting there, then tell them about what I'm about to say. Or if you meet some of them while you're there outside the conference, tell them to do this. Tell them to download the audio, at least the audio recording app on their phone, and let the audio recorder run, and listen to what's being said inside the conference. Have them go around and maybe talk to other doctors. Hey, did you see that? What was going on outside? Or if anybody addresses it from the podium, or even if they don't have it recorded, ask these doctors what's going on inside these conferences after all the attendees have passed through a big intactivist protest. I am genuinely interested. So I think this is some good info that should milk this AAP conference for everything it's worth. We consider ourselves police investigators, and this is an interrogation. And anything they say can and will be used against them in the court of law and in the court of public opinion, and in civil court. Actually, I believe Mama Tanswan had mentioned we'd like to have you behind a megaphone out there at the protest. Well, me and Brian Harity, she had mentioned. And I have to say, Brian Harity, he has the wit, he has that verbal IQ, and he's quick on the draw. Put him behind a megaphone. Get him stoked up and put him behind a megaphone if he's going to be out there. He's the closest thing you're going to get to me. I can and have been behind a megaphone before, and I am a screamer. I can stoke a crowd to a white heat. I can get people angry. And I think that's what needs to be done. So I appreciate your input. I wish I could be there. I really do. Maybe sometime soon. Maybe next year. And there's other conferences too. There's the AMA, there's ACOG, the Obstetrics and Gynecology Conference. So there'll be plenty more of activity, but this is some important information. Take it to heart, particularly the people that may have inside connections. And I'm thinking like, maybe Brian Harity or Brother K or Bonobo 3D. James Lowen, I think is his name. I see you in the comments section. We'll talk more. And Mama Tan Swan herself, I think if it's the same person I'm thinking of, I think I've seen her in some of these videos with Brother K. So tell me what you think. Tell me what your preparations are if you're going or if you're planning to go in the future, or your experiences in the past. Maybe things that didn't make it to video. We have video of these conferences or experiences that you want to share with us. Say it in the comments section. I'm eager to hear about it. We'll have a good conversation. So I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.